Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Bedford North Lawrence High School and the BNL Fieldhouse. This is BNL Live for the Pete Pritchett Limestone Classic. Hey, Wes, thanks for tuning in, and that is coming soon. Going to hopefully release something January 1st for some BNL Live apparel and AWH apparel. So that is coming soon. Be on the lookout for that, Wes. And so January 1st, hoping to announce that. But again, hopefully everybody's having a great day. Everybody's getting ready for the storm that's supposed to hit here in Bedford around 6:30, somewhere around there. It's already raining out, but I think it's supposed to get pretty chilly about that time, a bit below freezing. But going to have some people with us here today. They're out talking right now, but we'll get them on here as soon as we can. But got about 15 minutes here before Game 3 of the Pete Pritchett Limestone Classic, and that will feature your BNL Lady Stars, which are ranked number 3 currently against number 7 Lake Central, the Lady Indians from up near the Chicago area, up by Maryville and those in that area. But I think they're supposed to get about 16 inches of snow today and tonight and tomorrow. And we want to thank them for definitely coming down to play in the event. And again, in game number 1 yesterday, Noblesville beat the Lady Stars 54-44 in a really good defensive battle. And again, in game number 2 this morning was again Noblesville beating Lake Central. Was that 54-32? 54-32 in another defensive battle there. Noblesville's defense is outstanding. I want to congratulate them on a really good tournament. For those interested here, before we start talking about this game, next week the Lady Stars will travel to Newcastle. They will play in the big Newcastle Gymnasium and for the Hall of Fame Classic. The BNL will play at the 11 o'clock game. They will play Mishawaka Marion again at 11 o'clock, and then Noblesville and East Central will play the game number 2 that follows that. And then that night at 6 p.m., the consolation game, so the 2 losers will play at 6, and then with the championship game to follow that one there. But again, we played Noblesville yesterday, and we play East Central towards the end of the season. So could see Noblesville, could see East Central there. But hey, we got some people watching from Autumn Trace. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, Timber, thanks for tuning in. And Isaac, thanks for watching over at Autumn Trace. Hopefully you guys are ready for some good basketball here. And yeah, just looking forward. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with our guests today. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button.
Acquired by Damon Bailey and Randy Hawkins in 2011, Resource Services is your one-stop shop for anything from janitorial to food service supplies. Resource Services specializes in K-12 education. We are the preferred vendor for the Indiana-approved shopping cooperative. We offer name brands with competitive pricing. Our staff is trained to help solve your issues and help save you money. We are located in Bedford, Indiana, and service the entire state of Indiana, Kentucky, Southern Illinois, and parts of Tennessee. Give us a call today at 812-275-4790.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to AWH Media. My name is Aaron Harrell, and thank you for joining us. AWH Media concentrates on creating content that you will remember for a lifetime. We offer live streaming, wedding films, corporate films, commercial advertising, and more. Contact us today at aaronwharrell.com so we can help you remember those moments in your lives. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notified every time we go live or upload a new video. Thanks everyone for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the content. Everyone, have a great day. And again, want to welcome everybody in. I just want to say another shout out to the Autumn Trace Community Center, Senior Center. Thanks for tuning in today. Want to welcome in my dad. He doesn't have his headset on yet, but also want to welcome in the legendary Alan Bush.
You're throwing that word around awfully loosely. Loosely. But, Coach, I can call you Coach since you coach me, but thanks for joining us. That was a long time ago. Glad to be here. That was a long time ago. We don't need to put a number to that. Don't attach one to it.
No, you're right. But thanks for taking the time today. I know it's taking you away from work.
Hey, Aaron, I like work. You and your dad so much. I'm willing to leave work for a couple of hours and come help you do this. That's how much I think of you guys.
That's right. Just had to leave work to come do it with us. But
absolutely.
I definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you can, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook or the Bedford North Lawrence High School Facebook or YouTube page, or on Twitter, those streams will end right before tip-off. And then we will just go to the AWH Media page, but I will warn you before we do that. But again, definitely want to thank everybody. Again, game one was yesterday. The Lady Stars lost 54-44 from Noblesville. And then in game number two earlier today, Lake Central lost to Noblesville once again, 54-32. Want to congratulate Noblesville on a good tournament here.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that team and losing two key parts.
Yeah, graduation to one and a transfer to the other.
You know, right before the season began. Even I think they had an injury before the season started as well. And for them to come down here and, I mean, they really just shut us down yesterday. I mean, granted, we couldn't make a shot, but
their defense worked.
All credit to them. You know, they forced, somehow out of that zone they played, they were still able to force a lot of turnovers, which, obviously that probably falls partly on us as well. But all credit to them. They came down and had a tremendous showing.
Yeah, and depending on what happens next week, we might see Noblesville next Thursday.
Very possibly, and quite honestly, I like our chances if that happens, because it just felt like we were not ready to go yesterday.
Right.
And a lot of times when when the venue or when the game time changes, you will get into a situation like that where people are just a little bit off. And I think that's kind of what we were. And when you're just a little bit off, and when you shoot 4 for 18 from the three-point line against that zone, you're going to struggle.
Right.
And that's where we were. We are much better offensively than the showing we gave yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. I now want to welcome in my dad. He's got his headset on. Thanks for joining us again. This is game number 5 in 20 hours.
Well, I got a call from the emergency room, so I had to give him an update.
Yeah. Well, we're happy you're here.
Game 5?
Game 5
is that what it is?
Of in 20 hours, yep.
I will say one thing. That middle game was outstanding.
Hey, we might
Best
have to
high
get,
school game I've seen this year.
We might have to get Miss Basketball up here. I see she's in the house.
She is.
So is Jenna.
So is her sister,
so,
yes.
Yeah, we might have to get them over here, get them on if we can. And Jory was in Chicago last night, took a tough loss.
Yeah, they
tough
played.
Loss last night.
They played last night.
Have to get her up here possibly down there talking to the one and only Damon Bailey. But again, last night had a really good boys game. I don't know if you got to watch any of that one last night.
I did, yeah.
Colton Leach scores 40.
Yeah, and really a little disappointing on our end, because after that fantastic comeback to not be able to finish the deal, that's frustrating, and hopefully that doesn't leave a mark going forward. Coach Hine will, I'm sure, do his best to get that out of their recollection.
But as a coach, what do you say? You only lose by 1 by a team that hit 11 threes.
Not only that. To lose that game, almost, if you look at the statistics, it is almost statistically impossible to think that they lost that game. They had a kid score 41 points. They committed 4 turnovers for the game and still lost, and that's just almost hard to imagine.
Yes, it is. As we're going to stop here for the national anthem. But again, definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in here, and
Championship.
And again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. We are going to end the streams on Facebook and Twitter right now. So if you can, head on over to AWH Media on YouTube. And again, if you're watching on the Bedford North Lawrence High School Facebook page, or I'm sorry, YouTube page, the Bedford North Lawrence YouTube page, head on over to AWH Media on YouTube. The link should be in the description